But I want to tell you about this. This is something that I've had on my wrist since 1982. This is a bracelet from the Vietnam War. When people see it, oh, is that an AIDS bracelet? No, it's not an AIDS bracelet. Oh, is that what would Jesus do bracelet? No. It's a Vietnam War missing in action bracelet. Luther A. Lona was shot down September 29th, 1969. And Luther was a pilot, Navy pilot, God bless the Navy. His partner that was in the jet didn't survive the crash, but he was able to radio out that I'm on the ground, I'm running. And he crashed in Laos. The Laotian government basically stated that no one ever crashed in Laos. We're a clean kit, no one's ever crashed here. So I don't know what happened to him. But I will tell you the story of why I have it on my wrist, and it's never been off. It's never been off my wrist. I used to go to the VA hospital, and I still do in Long Beach. I bring toiletries. I just bring things that, you know, they can't buy, and good soap and lotions and stuff of that nature. And I walk up. I'm going to tell you the way the guy did it to me, so it's going to be a little flavored words. So I walk in the VA hospital. I'm going up to the 3rd floor, and there's this man on a lay-down gurney. Face down, got a mirror. Can't sit up. And I walk by. He says, oh, you here to make yourself feel better? And I'm like, you can't be talking to me. I'm in a happy mood. I'm like, when I'm coming up, I'm going to see the guys upstairs. Now, excuse me, you feel good about yourself coming in here and giving something back? I looked at him, I just went, yeah, that's why I'm here. Ah, it's good for you. Give something back to the people, the poor people that put their lives on the line for you. He says, yeah, I'm bringing some soap. Good. I mean, there's nothing I could say to make this man happy. Literally nothing. He was an angry man. I says, is there anything I can bring you? Yeah, next time you're in, bring me some porn. And I looked at him and I'm like, oh, okay. I went up and I walked out. Don't forget. And I'm like, well, okay, now he's not talking, looking at me, he's talking in a mirror that's on the gurney. So you have to look at the mirror and look at it. About 3 weeks later, I come in with another batch, and the guys at UPS would collect it for me when they go to hotels, and it was nice stuff. And they loved it upstairs just because they got tired of the lava, they called it lava soap, and I just went, no, brought good stuff. I walked by his basket, and I threw 3 magazines into his basket tray. There you go. And I walked upstairs. Didn't stop. And I came back down the stairs. He's looking at me. He says, you're a sick, sick man. I went, excuse me? You said you wanted, well, he wanted real bad porn. He said the things that he wanted, and I got him what he wanted. That's just disgusting. Why would you give me something like that? And I said, because you wanted it. And I sat down to look at his face. And he had this like half smile on his face, like somebody's listening to him. And I says, what do you need? I don't need anything. He says, no, really, what do you want? Tell me what you want, and I'll get it for you. I don't want anything. All right. Oh, we'll get a cup of coffee. Want a cup of coffee? No. So I went and got a cup of coffee, and I came back, and I just sat there. And he said, well, what do you want? Nothing. I'm sitting on the ground. If you can just, I'm sitting on the ground. The gurney's high, but you're sitting on the ground to look up at it. I did that for almost a year and a half. I would come back and see Tom. And yes, he told me stories that there's no movie that can even explain the stories that he told me. I have never even told them to my kids. Graphic? Yes. Vietnam was a terror. And he survived it. 3 tours. His 3rd tour is when he got fragmented, or he jumped on his helmet, jumped on a fragmental grenade, and it basically separated his body. That's why he's on a gurney all bagged up. One day I walked in, and he looks at me and called me Bruce. I don't even know his last name. Truly never even knew. He just went by Thomas or Tommy. If he was in a bad mood, you called him Thomas. The rest of the time it was Tommy. And so I sat there and I says, what can I do for you? One thing. He finally said something that I can do for him. And I said, what's that? Give me your arm. And I put out my arm, and he put out his arm, and he rolled this bracelet onto my wrist. I looked at him, and I'm like going, what's this? And he says, I didn't see one on your arm. I said, well, we all had them when we were kids. We all had POW bracelets on, and when they came home, you sent them back to the family. In Long Beach, we had tons of POWs. We had a lot of people die, and it was a funeral every day. I was an altar boy. Every day almost we had a funeral at St. Cornelius. He said, this was my best friend. I want you to have it. I want you to carry it on. I want you to hold on to it forever. Done. 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 It's an honor. I'll do it. I shook his hand. I got to go. And he came back 4 weeks later, and he was dead. I didn't know. None of the nurses told me. I was just the happy guy that went in and talked to the crazy man in the cart that would bark at everybody and growl at everybody. Wasn't a violent person. He just didn't have anybody just to sit and listen. And sometimes that's all it takes, is to sit and listen. You don't have to do anything. He didn't want anything from me. I never brought him anything. Sometimes I'd bring him a snack or something like that. I can't eat it. I mean, he can't eat it. And he'd look at all the tubes and stuff, and I'm going, oh, okay. I'm going to, you know, and that was our little joke that we had. But he was probably 23 years older than me. Been through hell. And I have something that will never be off my body. And I hope, as part of my will, when I die, one of my boys needs to take this. And there's a monetary advancement that comes with it if they decide to wear it forever. But that's what I want to happen. But I go back to the Rotarians, and the reason I came out here, I'm on vacation. It's not like a work thing, but I believe in you all. I believe in the story that you and I shared on the flight, just meeting on a plane. Go to Sacramento?
Sacramento.
We're on our way to Sacramento. And it's just talking about lobbyists, talking about this, talking about the Navy. Sweet Lord, he's definitely a Navy man. You know, wasn't even going to even throw the Marines. Well, the Marines are part of the Navy, you know, and I just went, yeah, I guess so they are. But it's about giving back.